Okay, now we've got all the pieces working. We're going to give you a demo. First, I'm going to plug it into the wall. Alright, you should see your queen be clean. Okay, welcome, push to start. Touch to start, so we'll start it. Alright, so we've got our wash, our rinse, our dry. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. Okay, so let's start the wash, okay? Alright, you see the motor. There's your cycle, and it's going to cycle like this for 2 minutes. See the clock going. I'm going to go back, and then let's do rinse. So you're going to see here, we always put some water in the tank. You should never run the tank dry. Now if I go back, you're going to see both of these have times. Okay, now we're going to run sanitize. You can see I don't know if you really can see, but we've got a cover over the UV so that we won't get hurt. UV's on. Okay. I'm gonna go back. And I'm gonna start the dryer. You can see we have a temperature probe monitoring how hot it is inside our little chamber that we've made. And you're going to see how it regulates the temperature to approximately 110 F. I'm going to turn off the other things just because they're so loud here. The wash cycle stopped on its own. Okay, so we're already at 100 F and climbing. So just so you know, this AccuRite meter is actually really slow. Our temperature sensor that we've used is very fast, and we're able to maintain temperature very quickly. I know that the chamber, this dryer chamber, is already up to 110 F, and the reason I know that is I hear clicking from my relay. That clicking is basically turning on and off the heater element. In the production version, I'm going to remove the relay so you don't hear clicking. We're going to use a solid state FET or some kind of solid state device to control the heater. Just because hearing clicking like that all the time, it doesn't sound really good. But for the prototype, it's good. So we're pretty close to 110. Now it will float around 110, maybe a couple degrees below or a couple degrees above, but it shouldn't climb like Veloce saw in the earlier test. There you go, 110. Okay, so if we go back, you'll see here on the screen, a little blurry. Okay, so you still have 6 minutes, 22 seconds on the dryer. The first 5 minutes will have the UV running. When you go into sanitize, you can actually have both UVs on. When you just use the dryer, you only get the UV that sits in the dryer chamber, that stays on. The wash has a 3-minute cycle. The rinse has a 3-minute cycle. Sorry, I'm not touching it properly. It's not being supported, so it's not as sensitive when it's not being supported. There's the UV. It's almost over. 3, 2, 1. That's a 5-minute cycle, and you can see we're at 111 F right now in the dryer chamber, 112. This Accurite device is very slow. That's why it takes a long time to achieve the proper temperature. But with our IR thermal meter, we were at 110 like almost right away. Go back. So you can see the dryer still has 4 minutes 49 seconds to go. There are a few little issues that still remain. I mean, we don't have, for instance, you see rinse and sanitize being displayed, but where is the wash? It will show up. I think there's some little issue with having them all display at the same time. These little bugs we didn't want to. Oh, there you go. There's a wash. It just appeared. We understand all these little things, even like centering of text and the font and like all these things. My team has spent, I think, the last 9 days, consecutive days, they've been going home at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. only to return at 8 a.m. the next day. Or I should say 3 hours later. They sleep for like 2 hours and they come back. We've really pulled out all the stops to make this demo happen. You've got all the pieces working now. You got everything works and everything is here. And we're basically going to, after this video, we're going to put this in a box and we're going to ship this to Veloce so that they can install it into your mechanical hardware. All right, well, good luck with the demo. I hope you like it, Rachel.